Camping and canoeing are art forms, and to truly do them well is to be a wilderness artist. What I want to show you are just some of the components that make up successful wilderness travel. Sometimes it's going to be logistics and other times technique. Either way, you take home some incredible memories. First things first, let's get this baby on the roof of the car. Hang on. Forgot something. Not everybody can afford expensive canoe racks on their vehicle. The easiest and cheapest way are these foamies to protect the roof of your car from the canoe itself. Now what often happens is people put on the foamies and they put them on too far spread out on the canoe. So you want to make sure the foamies are in enough position so that they actually match up with the size of the roof of your car or your SUV or your truck. The reality is you're way better off if you have two people to get a canoe up on the roof of a vehicle. But you don't always have two people and you might have to do it alone. With a very minimal amount of strength, but some really good technique, you can get it up onto your shoulders and walk around with it. First things first, put it up on its side. Now, I want to put the weight of the canoe on my thigh. That's my strongest part. Notice how I want to keep my back nice and straight. I can pull it up like this, reach forward and grab the yoke. Okay, so at this point I'm pretty comfortable. Now I want to look off to the right. So my right hand is going to reach across to the other gunnel. Give it a little throw up. Now I don't like to put my hand here and grab it. That's a little more awkward than putting your hand down here on the bump. This yoke right here is going to fit right onto the back of my neck and shoulders here. And I'm going to roll it over and onto me. Right hand over on the far side because I'm looking to the right. Count to 3 if you like. 1, 2, 3. And I'm good to go. Now this is a very light canoe. It's Kevlar. It probably weighs in the neighborhood of 30 pounds. No big deal. But you can still use this technique to put up an aluminum canoe or a waterlogged cedar strip canoe. All right, it's comfortable. Got some freedom of movement. And let go of my hands as long as I get the balance right. And with a good canoe, you get good balance. This is beautiful. Let's put it on. Now, not everybody wants to scratch the roof of their vehicle. So just some old blankets thrown up on top. Keep the paint fresh. I don't really worry about it too much, but if you do, it's a way to protect your car. Now comes the trickiest part when you're alone. Now what I like to do is to come in as close as I can. So I'm gonna go in nice and tight. Rest it down there very gently, resting the stern on the back pavement. This should be relatively easy. Just pick it up with one finger, no difficulty at all. So now I'm just gonna slide the canoe up so it's resting entirely on the car and not on the ground. Two things, I wanna make sure that I've got it lined up perfectly straight down the middle this way. As well, maybe a little more out the nose than there is out the back end. I prefer to have a little bit more out the nose end because that's the end that's taking all the wind. So I like it to be a little bit forward to take the brunt of the wind. So I'm just gonna push it up a little bit more. And that's probably gonna be good. I'm just going to reposition these foamies because I want them on spots on the roof that are going to take the pressure points well. A lot of times people have sunroofs now, you don't want to put it on the glass if you can avoid it. So this one is probably good sort of right here. This is the strength spot of the roof. Time to tie her up.